Hey, everybody. Happy Saturday night. Welcome. Y'all are going to have to, come on, Jason, get with it. Y'all are going to have to put up with us and our shenanigans a little bit because we are coming to you live from the Southern Fried Gaming Expo. We don't know what the audio is like. We don't know what the video is like, but we are here. We have our own little setup. So I'm going to bring the guys onto the screen now to join me, and we'll get to talking and do some things here. So we are all sitting right here together. So you can see me in Jason's screen. You can see me in Azkhalon's screen. So folks here at the convention, we probably look like total goofballs. But hey, we're here looking at you. Yeah, we're talking to you. And just so y'all will be aware, we would like to, before we get too far into this, we'd like to thank the Southern Fried Gaming Expo for having us here as media this weekend. We would like to thank the Carolina Game Summit, who is in charge of the entire area that we are in currently, for allowing us to set up and do our podcast here. And we would also like to thank Red Bull. Not that Red Bull is sponsoring us, but they are sponsoring the area that we are in. So we would be remiss if we didn't thank Red Bull as well. Not an official partnership. What is an official partnership? The Hometown Headwear Co. Because Jason has his hats all over our desk.
Yes, we do.
And if you were here, you could see we actually have a banner in front of our table.
Hold on.
Jason, because Jason is on his phone. Jason will show you our banner. Look at us. We look so official. We got a banner. There's QR codes on that. They work. They're functional. We actually, we're semi-professional, guys. But again, the goal, we kind of talk to y'all about it. Last year, there's yes. This year, we're all here as hashtag media. Next year, we'd like to do our own panel. So hopefully, they'll have the nerd herd here to a panel. We can talk. We can do this live officially in a panel room or something like that. I do have the boys here with me. They are both currently engaged in separate gaming tournaments in this area. Ty is directly in front of us playing Marble Rivals. Chad is on the other side of the Red Bull little structure here in the middle, playing college football 26. See how well he can do. 25.
Yeah, 25. Not 26 yet. Not yet.
We have all competed in various stuff this weekend, but only one of us currently has walked away with any kind of trophy or place, and that's your boy who tried to defend his Madden tournament title from last year and lost in the fight in a very, very, very close game.
It was close. It was very, very
Second place.
What's up, man?
I came as close as I
On a
could.
podcast.
Podcast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, absolutely.
Redford, 770. What's that?
That's our area code.
Nice.
Yeah. Check it out. We got QR codes. We got those too.
You do?
Yeah. Just scan our QR codes. We got people jumping in. We already got people going by, so it's awesome.
Y'all need to understand. This guy right here.
What's your name?
Turns it off.
JT, what's up, man? Jason.
How you doing?
Yeah, with a nerd herd.
Hey,
So,
what are y'all casting about?
all kinds of
Being at
stuff.
the show.
Being at the show, a lot of our viewers are into games and stuff like that. Just having fun.
We're talking to people in the chat. So people coming up to the table. So you're getting live reaction.
Is the new Dragon Ball.
Yes.
This is
Yes.
Yes.
if you want to have the Dragon Con experience.
Dragon Con Light.
All right, you want to say hi to everybody? Say hi to everybody.
Hey everybody, y'all come on out to the Southern Fried Gaming Expo, man.
Yes.
It's awesome.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's
as good as it gets right there, folks.
Here without having to deal with the Dragon Con crowds. It's
Yes.
low key. It's
Very.
all in one building, and it's awesome. We are having as good of a time as we did last year. Want to go through and say hey to everybody who joined us here on this
Oh, I appreciate it.
Saturday night.
Man.
So,
Hey,
Tiff, thank
best
you
of luck to
first.
y'all.
Absolutely. Thank you, man.
Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you. Koshka over in Azkhalon's chat is here. Welcome in, Koshka. As always, Scotty J is
Scotty J's in the house.
Welcome in, Scotty. Denise is here.
Be nice.
Dear niece. I love y'all heard about the deer
No,
niece?
I have not.
I haven't heard about that, but we definitely got to talk about who we ran into in here.
Yes. we do.
Oh, yes.
So, dear niece, on her way either to or from work last weekend, hit a deer with her car.
Oh man.
Sorry, that's so horrible.
Denise has been nicknamed Deer Niece since then.
And he knows deer can be crazy.
Joe Huff is talking to us from the future over in Australia.
Oh,
It's already Sunday there.
Oh, yeah.
So happy Sunday to you, Joe. And speaking of people we saw, the Mandy Smith.
There she is.
Mandy Smith here.
We got a
in the
picture with
flesh.
her. We got a picture with her.
Yeah, check the CokerCulture socials because we got to see Miss Mandy, we got to see Miss Roxanne, and we got pictures of both of them, posted them there. Got to have some good conversations with both of Mandy and Roxanne. Mandy, if you're still paying attention, I want you to know I got some video of you driving the Gran Turismo thing.
He said you were doing great, too, by the way.
You did. You were doing very good. You weren't doing as good as Jason, but you're doing a lot better than me. So, so I did get some film of that, so you can expect that to come in the Southern Fried Gaming vlog. All right. So Scott and Dear Niece said that we are good on visual and audio.
Awesome.
Law Jones is here. Hey, Law. Welcome in. Denise literally said hi to everybody. Jason, Azkhalon. Sherman is here. Hey,
Oh, that's
Sherman.
awesome. That's awesome.
In Dad is here.
Oh, the dad's here. What's up,
Happy
you
Saturday
dad?
night, Dad. Actually get to do the third herd before I see you tomorrow, so you'll get to tell me all the ridiculous stuff to my face. Scott is here. Scott saw a game in the indie game section of this that reminded me of you. So you're gonna have to wait for that to come out. Unfortunately, it was just a banner. I didn't actually get to see gameplay. Okay, so Law says is that a toad?
I think that's what Jason had the camera.
Oh, okay. I have no idea.
I don't have
Definitely-
any other toe shoes on.
Definitely not a toad. That's sure. Koshka says the banner is fire.
Yeah, if you didn't see the banner, I could show it again if you didn't get to see it.
The banner is fire. He showed that off to us this morning. Even Jess had a reaction. You know, it looks great. And
Shout out to my boy Brian for making that happen for me. Thank you, Brian.
how about these? How crisp and clean are these? Like, I like the camo hat, but you can see that nerd logo clean. That's what the boy said. These hats are
They
clean.
did. They did.
Sherman says we're big time now. Oh, if only
If only you
could
knew.
see our setup.
Hold on. You got to see it. I'll show you again.
We are not big time in the least. We have hijacked. The convention. And yeah, we got it.
And I'm trying to block the light behind me so I don't blind y'all.
We are not big time in the least. You know, we did have to work up to see what we were all about.
Oh, he scanned our QR code.
which is cool. So maybe we'll all get a new sub, but we're kind of hidden. Ron is here. Hey, Ron.
Ron, what's up, buddy?
Welcome in, Ron.
I love that stuff, gentlemen, and Zach.
Yeah.
What do you say?
What's up, gentlemen?
Yes,
Zach.
gentlemen and
So-
Zach.
Yeah, Ron knows how it is. I'm going to be thrown under the bus. Oscar says we can barely hear you, Azkhalon.
Okay.
So
I need to speak louder.
yes,
Yeah.
your microphone, your camera's a little too
Hold
far
on, I
away.
can do something with that. Hold on.
Jason, of course, is loud enough, and it doesn't matter how close to his camera. You can hear him pretty well. Let's see here. Najima Brown is here. Hey, Najima, welcome in. Look at this. Double A said it right. Nerds on parade.
That's right.
You got it right.
Yes.
We are nerds on
Somebody's
parade.
happening.
So we fix ourselves here for everybody.
Yeah. Southern Fried Gaming, the expo is shown out. If you get an opportunity to come and see this, if you're into any type of gaming, whether it's indie gaming, retro gaming, pinball, console, racing simulators, they have everything.
Tabletop gaming.
Yeah, tabletop.
Your dice.
Card games,
Yep.
Live
Magic.
panels.
Lots of stuff here that
people dressed up.
Can y'all hear me better now? Am I
Yeah,
loud?
I can.
oh, he done pulled out the fuzzy mic.
Okay, yeah.
All right, now I don't know how long we're gonna go live because I am going live from the laptop and I have no clue the battery life for this.
Right there, you're good. We're not even 3/4.
So
We're
we'll
good.
have to see. But Mandy's still here. She's over in the pinball room. That's
Oh.
literally where we're in this giant ballroom
Yes.
at the Cobb Galleria.
Behind us is the Red Bull setup for the Gran Turismo 7, which your boy currently is in the finals.
Currently.
Yeah.
Currently.
Early.
They take only the top 8, and I am number 8.
Oh, you got to talk about your video.
Yeah, talk about how you did. You played a little bingo, a little football.
Oh yeah. I did make the semifinals for Bingo. If you're not familiar with that, maybe I can show you guys a little bit of that. But it's basically like a quarter hockey, but with a little soccer marble, and you've got goals on both sides, and the objective is to score. It's got little rubber band things on the outside, so it bounces and everything. But really exciting. I won like 4 games to get to the semifinals, and it was a lot of fun. I lost. I still feel like I might have gotten a little bit of. I'm not saying I got cheated. No, I'm just saying that they allowed a little bit more push on the marble from this other guy. I call him Pushy Paul. I had an accent. I was doing an Australian accent the whole time.
Hashtag push ball.
Yeah. I was like, hey, mate, no pushing the ball, mate. Stop pushing the ball.
Joe, please tell him what an awful Australian accent he
Oh,
has.
mate, it's lonely. No, it's good.
So, also, just so you guys will know, as far as tournaments go, we all, I think, participated in at least 2 tournaments each. The boys are currently in their second tournaments. Last night, we did the math tournament. Like I said, I finished second. Azkhalon, did you?
I didn't do the math.
Okay, he didn't
No.
participate in that one. Chad did, and he was out in the first round. So he was a little disappointed about that. Today, we had, what was first? Jason Pinho's tournament
Yeah,
was
the
first.
Yeah.
Then me and Ty and Azkhalon all did Super Mario Kart World. So the
Yeah.
new one on the Switch. And all 3 of us were out immediately.
In the
We are
first round.
awful at that.
Like it's crazy. Like I was like top 3 like every race until the end. Like I got sabotaged so bad.
And we thought we were good Mario Kart players. This is
It's a different level here. The
But it was
people that
cool.
show up, look.
It was
Mandy
cool
Smith
getting
is
in there.
here.
Oh, there's Mandy right there. Come here.
Come on, Mandy, get in here.
Mandy,
Yeah, it was
come
cool getting the
come-
Don't
place.
be shy, get in here.
I haven't gotten a chance to
Oh,
get in
maybe
yet,
jump
so-
in here.
Mandy's man.
What's up? Jackson in the flesh.
Oh my gosh, Jack.
This is
Yes,
us in
we're
action.
live.
Us looking ridiculous.
Look. She's here. She's about to leave.
I don't blame you. Yeah, I feel you.
One of our favorite herdlings. One of our favorite herdlings is here.
So Miss Vicky's in the
Thank
chat.
you for showing
Hey,
up.
Miss Vicky.
It's time I love it.
Hey,
Love it,
Sam.
love it.
welcome in. Oh, and Mandy
Gosh,
was
I
in the
can't
chat earlier.
Yeah,
She's not a big gamer, but she's had a great time.
she's had a great time.
Yep, there's games for everybody. There's tons of pinball, tons of old school arcade stuff, tons of consoles.
old consoles, PCs.
Is this a tech show? Kind of.
I would say they've got some stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, they do have.
there is a section that is fully retro tech, like old school computers, and you can kind of see the timeline of that, which is pretty awesome.
And I think there are a few vendors showcasing some tech stuff too that they've created and stuff like that.
That accent's pretty rough.
He said my accent's
Double A, I
rough.
love it. That's rubbing, and rubbing is racing. Absolutely. Love that. Are y'all meeting Mandy while y'all are there? Well, did you see?
Just came in.
Did you watch Ron? Because she was
Ron.
right there.
She was just here.
And if you look on the CokerCulture Facebook or Instagram, there's a picture of us with Mandy. And yep, Eddie told me earlier that he's frustrated. He didn't know about this. He would have come.
That's awful.
So next year, Eddie, I promise, when we hear the dates, I will let you know. I don't know what you're snapping, Eddie, but I'm sure it was worthy. All right. Okay, and then I see that Tiffany's come back in. Anyway, we were talking about tournaments. So let me, we left off with the one that to me is the funniest of all the results, which is the current college football tournament that's going on. And our boy Azkhalon, who we know plays this on his channel all the time, was in it. And Jason, who hardly ever plays it, was in it. And how'd that go, fellas?
Let's just say I've made the show really easily. I didn't make it past the first round. I played against a guy who had 700 hours on the game. What are you doing with your life, bro? Go touch some grass. He was 700 hours. I had no chance. No chance.
I played a kid. I lost by like 24. But here's the thing. I fumbled twice. One time I slid with my quarterback. I pressed the button like 10 times. He didn't slide. So that caused a fumble. And it's just like the game made me do stupid stuff. I had a couple of holding penalties. And the kid was really good at dropping like 20, 30 yards back behind the line of scrimmage and then whipping the ball out. Like, I can't. That's not normal football. Couldn't stop that.
I got beat the worst.
He did. He did. Until we find out how bad Chad did. And we'll see how that goes. What's funny is, for those of y'all that know, I love picking on this. I love picking on both these guys.
Yes,
but I love picking on Azkhalon when he gets angry. Because there's always a moment or two in these games where he's going to get angry at the computer and blame the computer and just start going off.
Because my players don't do what they're supposed to do.
So we got Angry Ass.
Angry Ass is a different dude. Angry Ass is different.
It's so good. Now, that being said, there's still no potassium words.
No potassium words.
No.
Yeah, but we had
Well,
not
and kudos to the kid I played. I mean, he was pretty good. Like I said, the game cost me a couple of times when I was about to score and stuff. And at that point, it was hard for me to come back.
See, Double A says Red Bull gives you wings and 10 extra hit points.
Yeah. Speaking of hit points, they do have a lot of like role games, like D&D and stuff's here. They have booths set up for like board games. They've got booth setups for like little merchandise and different things that you can purchase. You know, all the little vendors that are in here. It's really, really cool. And even if you're not into gaming,
yes, there are vendors.
You can come and do vending. There's good food. They have drinks, things like that. But it's just a good environment. You don't have to stay here the entire time. But the cool thing is all of the retro games are free, which is so cool. So if you've got a kid who's never played some of these older games, and you want to introduce them to some of the old school games that you played, it's a perfect situation. Perfect.
And one of the vendors that is here, just to shout them out, is my personal favorite local arcade. that y'all have seen me go to on the channel a couple times. Start date is here.
Got a great setup. Got a nice
They
setup.
have it's a fantastic setup. You'll see it in one of the vlogs that we have put together here on the channel. But again, they're located in Town Center Mall in Kennesaw, right down the road from Kennesaw State University. They are great. They're great people, and they do a great job with their arcade. They brought out a bunch of their train machines, which surprisingly, the boys have not done once all weekend, and they go nuts.
Spanish, man. How's it going, man? Of course, you got
He's still doing this.
Oh my God!
Don't even understand all these
Oh my
connections,
God! Yeah,
man.
that's like you saw something you made.
All right. Listen, Linda.
Yeah.
In the house.
So, are you a local man?
Yes.
I've been.
Happy Saturday to you, Linda.
Okay, I live in Holly Springs. Oh, that's far.
I forgot
So I
to
want
text
to
you
ask,
back. Sorry.
are you going to be? So you
be
have
fair.
That's awesome thing.
Hold on, I'm gonna mute Jason for a second so y'all can't hear it as well as he does business again. But as you can see, we're live on all three channels, Nixie. So you just show up to one, and you're gonna be correct. Azkhalon is just a coach. Hey, Azkhalon, why are you trying to tell them in your ear all the time while we're here?
Oh, Chad, I called him Coach Coker because he was trying to coach me about what to do. I was like, I know, Chad, I know.
Chad is bad. He is a bad backseat quarterback because if he was playing, he'd have done it this way or that way or so different. I mean, he lets you know. And look, Coach could calling you out just like I would. That's right. For those of you that have ever watched him play, it's all happen. You just wait long enough. It's that in the sports games, and then it's the ridiculousness in the scary games with the jump scares and stuff like that. All right, so Eddie's here. Miss Vicky saying hi. It doesn't say Azkhalon is live, just CokerCulture. It's got to be there because I know Coach is on his channel. And I don't know if anybody is in on Jason's side of things.
Yeah.
But
That's weird.
if you were joining us on my Instagram, I appreciate it. You can let me know. You can type in there. It doesn't look to me on my StreamYard, but I will continually pop over to my Instagram to see you guys that are over there. One thing that I will say is we are in kind of the waning hours of our time here at the events because we are old. I can't speak for these guys, but we got here yesterday at what, 3 o'clock?
3 o'clock, yeah.
And we got here yesterday at 3 o'clock. We left here a little before 10. And the party went on till midnight. But I got home about 10:35, and I was dead to the world. Like I answered some folks back in text and messenger, and I responded to some YouTube comments. But I was dead, and then we were basically right up and at it again this morning. We got here at 11. You know, it's going on 7:30 now. So I think whenever the boys finish up their current tournaments, we'll probably be taking off and be done because we still haven't eaten dinner. And your boys here are some big backs, as the kids would say. And we need some food. I'm very hungry. And I'm sure Ty is too. You know, Ty is used to eating all day long. And he ate basically when we showed up, and he hasn't eaten since. So I know he's hungry. Gosh, to say. You know, watching Azkhalon play horror games, yes, they are. If you have not watched Azkhalon play a horror game, just go watch any of them because he's going to talk to you the entire time. He is also, you know, when he gets scared, his voice is going to go up a bit, and he's going to start yelling at the game because he knows what's going to happen, and then he still gets scared when it happens. It's cinnamon. Okay, Double A, what did you say here? We can show the younglings how we rolled in asteroids, kept a little pet rock, and wait for the shit. Yeah, pretty much. They do have asteroids here.
Yeah, there's several cabinets.
You got crushed.
Oh.
I thought you were the marble Rivals king.
Yeah, I'm finished one and cold and non-stop. Like, we're gonna get
So,
and they have to walk in here because they could have two now.
Ty, come here, show everybody your shirt.
Let me see your face. So we just brought this over. So sorry, if you guys can sit live.
Hold on, let me unmute Jason so you don't hear him again.
Sorry. So
There he
hey,
is.
real
Back.
quick,
I'll let you do your thing. Either way,
we'll be done, and I'm gonna come talk to you. Are you gonna be here for a second?
yeah, I'm here today and
Oh, wow,
tomorrow.
they're,
Let's talk. I'm gonna come up and
I
talk to you
tried
for a
out
second.
Marble
This-
Rivals
okay,
yesterday.
I love it. I
It was
love
pretty
it.
fun, but
Okay,
I got
so
a lot
what
of
am I
work
doing
to do.
All right, so this is right now. If you wanted to compete against people that are here right now, any of the games that they're doing online, you can scan this right now.
Let me
Yeah, close it a little bit. Slow it down.
There you go.
Yeah.
You can scan that. Give you guys a chance to scan it, but you can compete against people online. If that's very much a private link for you to get on here and compete, so you can scan that QR code and basically log in and play against people here live. So they just brought this over.
And who doesn't love Tetris?
Yeah, I mean, how cool is it to bring that over? So where's it at? Yeah, right there.
It's there. Yeah, that's centered.
So if you guys want to jump online with that, scan that, or if you just want to jump on there and see if it works, they would appreciate it. They brought it over specifically for us to do this. This is really cool to actually be allowed to be in the Red Bull. This is the main sponsor. Would you say?
Yeah, man, Red Bull's
the main sponsor. They
Yeah,
are so
yeah.
kind of this.
I mean, there's free
This-
Red
hey,
Bull everywhere.
this- Hey, listen, we're doing our podcast right now.
Oh,
Hey,
let me get in there.
no, listen.
Hey, y'all see what this man does?
Hey,
This is one day's notice right here.
1 day's
I met him less than 24 hours ago, and he had a hat in my hand.
hey,
This
this,
ain't this guy right here.
hey, this is one of their professional drivers right here.
Yeah, we were Scorpio. Nice to meet you guys.
Hey, you'll be seeing more of them because we're gonna be working. So
Yeah, that's right.
we're gonna be doing stuff with them. So they're esports, Scorpio Esports. There's 3 other esports companies that we're gonna be doing stuff with too. So again, try hard things. They laugh. They laugh. They get to see it live.
Try hard things look so easy.
It's so easy.
No. I gotta tell this story though. So we needed a table, right? And listen, I could have gotten this table in 5 seconds. I watched him, and Zach will talk to anybody, but he was kind of iffy about it. It's kind of nerve wracking. What's up, man? Big pocket. But he was so sketchy about like wanting to ask for a table. But I was like, I'm not gonna ask because he can get it done. But he did. It was awesome. So cool, so cool. But he did it. He tried hard things today, guys. What's up?
Podcast.
That's right.
Mute him again because he talks to everyone.
So you can go to either of our channels.
So let me give you guys a Jason story, okay?
So it's
Because this guy last night, we're trying to eat dinner.
So mine's the
Okay, trying to figure out what we're gonna do for dinner. They have 2 food trucks here outside, and one of them was called Lazy Foodies, and the other was called the Pickle Food Truck.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy over here goes up to the Lazy Foodies and is like, I want you to pick for me. You just give me whatever you would have. I want you, whatever you would eat, I want you to make that for me. And I don't care if it's hot, I don't care what it is. Just make it for me. And let me tell you, these people were eating out of the palm of his hand. Like Miss Carol eats her chicken. They were nom out of the palm of this guy's hand.
Hey, listen.
You know, this guy's invited to the barbecue.
I am. Listen, but listen. Here's the deal. But this was crazy. But Zach, he's he'll like I said, he'll talk to anybody. But I wanted to see Zach in action, asking for things that were uncomfortable, and he did it. I was very proud of him. It's not easy to approach people. So awesome. What you got?
Digital copy of that.
Come on. Listen, they're bringing us digital copies. Come on. We're
Y'all
going to
see
this
him in
image up.
Y'all see
Shout
him in
out.
action right here.
What's your name again?
Michael.
Michael, jump in here. This is Michael. Michael got us a table. Hold on. Michael, tell them a little bit about what you do.
Oh, wow.
Come on.
I run the Carolina Game Summit, so all this gaming stuff you've been showing is basically mine and my staff. Yeah.
this is the guy. This is the man. So all this is on him, and he's been very courteous to let us be here and do this. This was huge because he was very busy, and we interrupted him, and he was eating, trying to do stuff, and he was able to get us a table. Over generous. Thank you so much.
No problem. Yeah, thanks for being here. I
Yeah,
appreciate
actually, we're telling everybody next year, if you weren't here, you missed out. They need to be
it.
here.
Yeah, I agree.
And we're going to share all these images on our socials and everything.
So we have 30 esports tournaments, like 30, and we'll have about 100 winners. And each winner is 3 different scholarships to 3 different schools. It's about $8,000 a person. So that's $800,000 in scholarships given away today.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That is incredible. And it's so professional, so well done. It's very organized. All the staff, the people that are helping. And it's frustrating. Listen, you know what, gamers, you know how we are. We're weird. That's okay. We embrace the weird. But it's hard to keep people that, one, have ADHD, ADD, keep them organized. But they do it. They do it, and it's flawless. Well, they try.
It's fine.
But it's really well organized, and they've been super courteous to us. We appreciate it. We're hoping we're going to work together a lot more in the future.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to have you guys back out. We got a lot of shows. We've got 4 a year: Raleigh, Greenville, South Carolina, Atlanta, and Florence, South
Well,
Carolina.
before I leave, just exchange your information. If you invite us, we'll be there.
Okay, cool. That's great. Good to meet you. Thanks for streaming.
Thank
Appreciate
you
it.
so much.
It's right on that USB drop.
Thank you. This is Alex.
No, I need that back.
I got you.
That's got my
On his first one. Yeah, we won't get that. We won't get that.
We will get it, and I'll get it to him.
What do you know about that? What do you know about that?
Again, it's like this the whole time.
Yep, that's
the
how it's
man
been
never
those
is.
days.
It's great. I saw Denise left. Have a good night at work, Denise. Enjoy that night shift. Hope it's not too bad. Right. I have not seen Chad in a while, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. So, look, Sherman says Raleigh is in his neighborhood. So, Sherman, you can look up and see if these guys at Carolina Gaming Summit are coming to you. They run a great.
He said he wants us to come to more things. You heard that, right?
He said that to us.
Yes, he wants us to come there. He wants us to come to these other things as media. And come on.
I know they do
See
the
what I'm saying?
Southeastern Gaming Exchange in July.
You heard him
in
say
South
that.
Hey,
Carolina.
reach out to us, folks. Invite us
This
first.
might be the moment, baby. This might be the moment.
So let's see. Linda, is this a game playing convention? Yes, ma'am.
Yes, man.
That's not all it is, but that's what it is. You've got everything from old school Atari, NES, Commodore 64.
Okay.
You've got tabletops. You've got arcade systems. You've got football galore. And then you've
Explain
got
to them about indie games.
Board
A lot of people
games.
may not know what indie games are.
indie games. Okay, so indie games, for those of y'all unfamiliar with indie games, they are games that are made just by small studios.
Independent. It's
Yeah,
independent.
or individuals. Like Jason started up his own company, with the hats and everything else. These people are doing that for games. So this is their way of trying to break into this. So for most of them, they won't release on, say, a console, but they'll release on Steam. So you can download it, and it's
really awesome. It's
It's
really
a
awesome.
great way of helping, kind of like I said, local.
And a lot of those games are typically better than the games that the big developers make.
A lot
Because
of
they put a lot more care.
They put their heart and soul in it.
pride into it.
So
Hey, there we go. What's up, Pate?
Pate says,
Hey, we're doing big things, Pate. We're doing big things, buddy.
all right, Linda, my daughter works for NC, creates and goes to conventions where they show games and stuff. Yeah, so she probably would be at a function like this. Yeah, it's a great way of showcasing what they have built, what they've created. Most of them are demos and not finalized games yet, because they're bringing it here for people to play, to hear what they like, to hear what they don't like, before they put the final thing out. So you can think of it almost like movies do test screenings. This is kind of like that for an indie developer.
I think you couldn't explain that any better. That's really well explained. That was good.
you don't know. You're not going to see a Ubisoft here. You're not going to see an
But you
EA.
might be seeing the makings of it. You might be seeing the makings of it.
These aren't going to be established folks coming into these places. It's going to be folks trying to get off the ground like we are as YouTubers.
Absolutely.
All right, look, Sherman's like, I told y'all were big time. Now, I will say, I mean, and I know he was over here talking about trying hard things about me trying to get a table. But legit, how about try hard things? I put it out there. We were going to do this show at the convention.
Yes.
And we are doing this
That's
show
the hardest thing.
at the
That is
convention.
true.
That
You
was a
did do
huge
that, yep.
thing.
We made this
We're
happen.
the only people doing this. The only people doing this. No one else is doing this here.
Look at this. They are based out of Japan. Yeah, hers might be more than just a little independent company.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's based out of Japan, then there's probably some real deal stuff going on, and it's not these homebrew smaller indies.
That's like the gaming capital of the world right there.
Yep.
We have 108 comments.
Seriously?
Yes.
Well, yeah, I mean, the people love talking to us.
I love it. Well, we talked to them, so
Yeah,
that's
we
huge.
love you guys. Let's see.
You guys are making us look good, by the way.
Our setup is giving the circle that 70 show. Well, we don't have the stuff
That
that they have in the circle. We would need Scott here because Scott has the stuff.
Yes.
Linda, this is cool, Linda. It really is.
Yeah.
I will say, I wish that I would have found these conventions in my late teens, early 20s. I'm sure they were there. I just didn't go. Because now, as you know, a 40-year-old, but I've been doing these the last couple of years, so late 30s, now 40, these wear me out. Like this does continue tomorrow. So, you know, if you're in the metro area and want to come up here, you can buy a single day Sunday ticket and it'll be fairly cheap because Sunday's kind of a short day.
Yeah.
You really should come. If you're close, you should be here. You should
Yeah.
try it.
And everything will still be open tomorrow. Like, and even though it's a shorter day and it's the last day, everything will still be here. We won't be here.
No.
Because last year, the boys, me, and Azkhalon came, and we did all 3 days, and it wiped us out. When I do DragonCon here in a couple of months, I don't think I've done Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday the last 2 years of DragonCon. I don't
Should
know
we
if
try to get media for DragonCon?
I mean, I don't have my tickets bought, but are you even going to be in town? Azkhalon will.
Yeah.
What is that?
That's Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, that's the weekend. I'll be in
I don't know if I will be.
Horror Night.
Hey, next year.
Next year.
Maybe
We plan it.
yeah.
We plan it. We'll
But the
do it.
nerd herd can invade DragonCon.
Can you imagine?
Our Halloween Horror Nights weekend.
But hey, I will. Let me go ahead and say this because I don't know if Scott is still in here, but if he is, and even if he's not, I know y'all will get this message to Scott. Okay, the nerd herd would like to invade Match Game or Thirsty Thursday Trivia.
Yes.
We would like to do so during summer while we can all
How
stay
about
up
an
late.
invite? How about an invite? Come on.
So we're old. We like going to bed. So make it happen, Scott. Bring the nerd herd to one of the games before we have to go back to work.
Right.
All right. Linda, right where they have duck hunt here.
Yeah.
They do. They have duck hunt here.
They have
We didn't
several
play it
ideas.
today, but Ty discovered duck hunt at one of these gaming conventions last year, and it caused us to get him a Nintendo for Christmas so that he could play duck hunt at home. Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
Okay, yeah.
Dixie says she's coming.
That's fine.
DragonCon.
Dixie, thank you for not coming to this one. Let me use your ticket.
All right, Koska, to let you know, they will go later tonight. I don't know if they'll go to midnight tonight.
Yeah, they're going to midnight.
They go
They
to
do,
midnight.
yeah.
They did last night too. So there is stuff still going on. All this will still be open. Our old butts will be. That's all. That's all that's happening.
Yeah.
Is we will be out of here because we are tired and we are hungry.
Yeah, I'm already young.
Oh, I'm so hungry.
Yeah. So we need.
My
we need to
Dexcom's
get
been
to-
going crazy. It's been going, feed me.
It looks like Ty is still in the Marvel. Robbins.
Seymour. No, Ty. I don't know if they're still competing because it came over there and said
Okay.
so they might just be playing for fun at this point. Look at this. Double A says the Nerd Herd could work a match game in case Carnival Cruise Addicts and Cruise Life TV needs to bow out. This is true, but I'd love it if we were all on there.
Yes,
Because I feel like it would be mass chaos
it would.
if you have the three established stars of the match game and the Nerd Herd. That's a lot of folks. That's a lot of people.
Hold on.
All right, how did it
How
go?
did it go?
Not very well.
Not very well, he said.
So
Hey, here's another SEC team that beat Tennessee.
who was it?
No,
Alabama?
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss?
Ole Miss did not beat us this year.
Toddy.
Ole Miss did not beat us this year.
So Chad, what was the final?
It was 14-31, I think.
That's better than the
It was
bad.
closer than yesterday.
Yeah, the bad one was it was not good. So good. So Chad is here. Ty is still over there, but since he's done, I don't know. You can go ask him and see if they just play. Because if you ask him, we'll
It's a
find
lot
out.
of fun. You guys can come out with us. In the inter tournaments, even if you're not good in the video games, it's just fun to try.
The tournament's all weekend.
Yeah.
All weekend long. So if you haven't been here Friday or Saturday and want to come tomorrow, they will still have tournaments.
I would hesitate to say how much money is in this building right now with all the computers, consoles. It's unimaginable.
But okay, Costa says, Azkhalon, we have to play the Marvel Rivals.
I'm down with that. I'm gonna get in a little bit more practice before I play with you guys. But
He needs to
yeah,
play
it's
the
fun.
Ty, too.
I enjoyed it when I played it yesterday. I had a lot of fun.
And Chad has been relentless trying to get Azkhalon to play Pocket Playtime. Chad's not giving up. That's what he wants to see Azkhalon play, is more of the Poppy Playtime game.
Yeah, hey, here's a heads up for Chad. Chad, when you're playing any video game, he trolls you the entire time. Like, you know, that one friend that, like, when you know you're not doing something right, but you expect people to not say it because they know it, that's not Chad. Chad's like, hey, you picked the wrong thing. I'm
Chad
like,
was probably down that 31-14 or whatever and still trash talk.
probably.
Like,
I don't. It must be Jess because Zach's not that way.
it's got to be Chad.
Got him.
Because as we all know, I am the most wholesome man on the internet. That's what Miss Cheryl says. If that's what Linda says, I am the
And I-
most wholesome man.
I only laugh because it's not necessarily not true. You know what I mean? He really is wholesome.
If Scotty J's in the chat, he's getting angry and throwing stuff somewhere and calling me wholesome instead of wholesome. Wholesome. Also, want to let you guys know, just because we talked about it just before we came on the air live with you guys. Right now, we have a Nerd Herd live scheduled for tomorrow night, but that's not going to happen. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. I know we do Sunday nights, but both of these gentlemen beside me have separate dinner plans that are going to go into our Nerd Herd time. So it will not happen tomorrow night. If I'm bullied into doing a live by myself, or maybe I can get Jess to do it, maybe the CokerCulture
That's big. That's
will do
big.
something tomorrow night at 7, but it won't be your boys from
Well,
the Nerd Herd.
Well, listen, I love y'all so much, and I love these guys so much that I'd already committed to being here to this, and then one of my friends who's getting out of education, he had a get together on Friday, and he's one of my best friends, and I was like, hey, I'm already committed to something else. I'm going to have to take you to dinner. Well, my best friend's birthday was today, Musgrove, And I said,
He disappeared. They can hear you through the house call. You're going to have to leave the camera looking. Jason, hold on to technical difficulties for Jason. He'll be back in just a second. While we're waiting for Jason to come back online, let me go ahead and
Liz is here.
Oh, wait, there he is. Never mind. I do want to play our my ungroup cruise Scotty J clip before we close out of here this evening. Oh, look, Chad, Mr. I have to be right at show Jason that Ole Miss is back.
Is it this year? I mean, how many years ago was that? What's the date? What's the date of that?
Hold on.
October 6th, 20. The last time we played was 21.
No, that wasn't last year.
Look,
2021.
It's still the last time they played.
all right. So real quick, let me go ahead and throw it to
It was
the wonderful
31-26.
Scotty J to give you guys the great promo for the unhinged crew.
Linda, listen, Linda. You need to book the cruise. February 2027. It's a Valentine's cruise. We're sailing out of Miami on the 14th of February. And Denise is going to be there. And I'm going to be there. And the other Scott and Zach's going to be there. So book it. Yes, book it. Emily?
So good. I don't know if any promo will be that. Yeah, unless Scott pieces together Cheryl's ridiculous sayings into a promo, that one's just not going to be me. God bless you, Scotty K.
Gotta love him.
Yeah, he's the best. But all right, guys, I think we're getting ready to close out here. I know we're not fully at an hour, but I want to make sure I have enough battery life to get the stuff for Jason onto my laptop before we leave. And like I said, we're all hungry, so we all got to get something to eat on our way home this evening. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Guys, y'all want to have some last minute words?
Yes.
All right, who's going first?
Go ahead, Ass.
All right, here we go.
They put me on the spot. Thank you guys for joining us. Had a blast this weekend. One thing I don't know if we mentioned earlier, they do have panels and they have stuff outside of gaming. So if you're not necessarily interested in the gaming aspect of the expo, they do other things. Like I think they had like an improv class, something about comedy and voice acting and various things like that. They had a few gaming voice actors here that you could meet. So even if you're not a gamer and you go to one of these with a gaming person, there's probably going to be something for you to do that you can you might be interested in, and you might have fun enjoying. My wife's telling me to put my hand down just for that. I'm gonna put my hand back up. But yeah, that's something that I wanted to throw out there because I don't know if we mentioned that earlier, but there's plenty to do for the entire family, even if you're not into video games.
Unmute myself here.
Yep,
So-
my bad.
But just go ahead and say, you guys know it's all about getting out of your comfort zone, trying hard things, doing hard things, making friends. I mean, don't be afraid to approach people and talk to them. I know it's uncomfortable. I mean, I get that way sometimes. I know it's crazy to think that I get uncomfortable doing anything, but it's you'll find that on that other side of that uncomfortable feeling is something really cool. We've reached out to people, talked to tons of people, and because of that, everybody wants to get to know us better. And I can't be who I am if I'm not surrounded by good people that validate that I'm a good person. So these guys validate that I'm a good person. So it helps me have confidence to reach out and say things to people because I'm not selling them anything that's not true. So surround yourself with good people, try hard things, and thank you guys for watching always.
All right, you had to unmute me. Oh, look, you get the whole gang is here, picture in picture. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm glad that we could make this happen for you guys this weekend. We are so thankful to Southern Fried Gaming Expo, to Carolina Gaming Summit, to Michael and the entire team here, and of course, Red Bull.
Yeah.
Gives you wings.
Gives you wings.
And of course, Hometown Headwear.
Yes, sir.
And anybody else that wants to sponsor you boys, we'd greatly appreciate it, for sure. But again, thank you. Like I said, Nerd Herd won't be with you this weekend or tomorrow, but we will be back. Regular scheduled programming, 7 p.m. God's time next Sunday. God, for those of you that don't know the joke, Eastern time zone is God's time. God's time zone. So we'll see you then. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Peace out from Southern Fried Gaming Expo.